I was, you've been part of these big movies, you've been part of these franchises. Now you were part of James Bond, and you're part of the last Daniel Craig one. That movie, you talk about, nobody knew if it was going to happen or not. He was done with Bond. He is done. He's not done. He's coming back, and then he finally does. And then you get this role. Were you a big Bond kid kind of growing up, or not really?
Not really. Not really. No, I was actually a Mission Impossible guy.
Okay.
I think it was because of the American version of it. Like Bond, of course I knew what Bond was and the whole thing. Honestly, the way I got that project was through the director, Cary Fukunaga. We did a show called Maniac and like just got along. We understood the kind of like we had the same taste in things. And so he was like, "Hey, I got a role for you. Would you be interested in doing it?" And I was like, "Fuck yes."
Yeah, right.
Right. Or was it that it came out that he was doing it, and I texted him. I was like, "Put me in fucking Bond."
That's fun.
No,
yeah.
But he's I really like working with that guy. I think he's just a visionary.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Sin Nombre? Have you ever seen that movie?
No. Pretty awesome.
Oh man,
I'll check it out. Sin Nombre. Okay.
Sin Nombre.
Okay.
And you're like, it's a Mexican film on a train, and it's just like this epic story. I'm like, who's this Spanish director? Whatever. Cut to, it's like this half Norwegian, half Japanese guy making these movies. He's awesome.
Yeah. So you had a pretty good experience, and obviously working on that one.
Yeah, it's funny showing up to such a big production. It was 8 months we were doing that film, and like. I remember when it was very similar to like my first time showing up to Into the Woods. So like you arrive to this set and you're going into this hangar where they're shooting the scene.
Yeah.
And I walk into this hangar and Into the Woods, and there's a full forest. That's 2 hangars full, and trees, everything, leaves. You realize every tree has a leaf. Someone had to go in and staple every leaf onto that tree, and it's hangars full of trees. So showing up to Bond was the same thing. These set pieces that are just massive.
Yeah.
And like that whole scene that was with Ana de Armas, that was a built set. That whole town.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, gosh, how
art.
Dude, they built Agrabah, and you're like, holy cow.
That's art, man. That really is. And then spoiler for people who haven't seen No Time to Die. I'm warning you there. You've been warned. Did you know? Kind of go, or they keep it up as far as in the script. I don't know how much of the script did you say. Did you know they were going to kill off Bond? And when you did figure it out, did you say, "Holy shit, they're going to kill off Bond"?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you do get to read it if you're in the movie.
Well, no, but sometimes they hide that kind of shit. Like
why do you think they do that?
I think that what we were just talking about before, man, with social media and leaks out too. Certain people, because maybe certain people that are, at a certain level do read all the pages, but there's sometimes that, especially in those like superhero movies, they keep shit like you don't get pages of it to know what you're getting. I think that's stupid. I think that it's better that you did know overall, but you did read it.
Yeah, no. Once my character died, I was like, I'm not reading the rest of this.
Fuck this.
I'm good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but the franchise, I think, just like that, you said the pages not showing up and the changes and all that. That is what really happens in the film industry. There are days you show up and you're like, what are we shooting? What are we doing?